What if the secret to a major wasn't on the course at all? After every round, Minjee Lee disappears from cameras and crowds, not for celebration, but for 30 silent minutes of pure, ball-free swing on a track man. That invisible ritual may just be why she's now a 3-time major champion. At just 29 years old, Minjee Lee had already claimed 2 of golf's most coveted titles, the 2021 Amundi Evian Championship and the 2022 U.S. Women's Open. Then on June 22, 2025 at Fields Ranch East in Frisco, Texas, she added another, becoming a 3-time major winner with a final score of 284, -4, 3 strokes clear of the field. The tournament tested every tool in a champion's kit, swirling 30 to 35 mile-per-hour winds, punishing heat in the 90s, and greens so fast they cracked putters. Despite that, Lee was a model of control. After a bogey-free 69 on Saturday, she shot a 74 on Sunday, enough to secure her 3rd major. She left with $1.8 million, the richest winner's share in LPGA history. This was more than an impressive weekend. It was proof she had tapped into something deeper, some hidden edge separating outcome from obsession. Behind the scenes, after every competitive round, there was an unseen ritual refining her swing and her psyche in ways no one noticed. What happened after each round? While others faced cameras, Lee retreated to an empty hitting bay, unobserved by broadcast crews. She picked up a club, but no ball went down. The TrackMan radar tracked her swing path, face angle, tempo, release, everything but flight. Swing, pause, check the metrics, adjust, swing again, no ball, pure motion, no distractions. Data coach David Lee, her longtime swing developer, calls it a motor pattern reset. He says this: when you remove the ball from the swing equation, you isolate the movement's integrity at a molecular level. Every swing hones a single question: can I recreate the exact numbers again? This quiet repetition isn't showy. No highlight reel full of applause, just conviction and silent affirmations whispered by radar. Biomechanical expert Dr. Laura Chen describes the method. Swing without a ball removes outcome noise, then feedback locks optimal muscle memory. Tiny errors recalibrate instantly. In practical terms, being able to keep swing path deviation within 0.5 degrees and spin differences below 50 revolutions per minute is the difference between a professional drive and a tournament-changing miss. That's the threshold Minjee holds herself to. But the quiet is key. Sports psychologist Fiona Cho explains the mental shift. After 72 holes, there's noise, cameras, adrenaline, doubt. 30 minutes alone, swinging silently, strips away pressure. It purifies focus. In Frisco's blowing sand and blazing heat, that reset proved worth strokes on the course. How did Lee find the trackless swing? As a junior, she lived on the range, driving hundreds of balls daily. But she sensed something was missing. Repetition became ritual only, not mastery. Her coach introduced TrackMan as a data tool, but on days off, she began swinging alone. No ball, just feedback. The breakthrough came late 2023 when a scoring plateau forced nuance. Minjee realized that pounding ball after ball wasn't building resilience. It was reinforcing the same flaws. Ball flight feedback, she discovered, teaches you what you did wrong, but hides what you did wrong. What began as a 10-minute cooldown stretched in 2024 to 30 silent minutes after every competitive or practice round. 5 days a week, win or lagging round, the routine grew sacred. She built consistency with data, not outcome, a radical shift few dared to attempt. By the 2021 Evian win and 2022 U.S. Open, her swing had been refined in hidden data sanctuaries. Those victories were built on practices only she and her coach witnessed, behind closed doors and darkened hitting bays. In Frisco, that refinement became her backbone. Fields Ranch East was a beast. Designed by Gil Hance to crush margin, the course chewed up leaderboard chances. It had the highest scoring average of any major in 2 decades. Every miss was magnified, every shortcoming punished. It demanded perfection under fire. On Saturday, Lee shot 69, calculated, steady, fearless. But Sunday, with storms of wind and sun bearing down, everything could unravel, and the slightest mistake turn a birdie hole into a bogey. And at that moment, Lee slipped away. away from cameras, commentators, competitors. In the bay, lights dimmed, radar humming. She swung and swung again, exhaled and swung. It was a concrete snapshot. Quiet submission to swing, numbers repeating, rhythm restored. Her body and mind synced under the glow of the TrackMan screen, each repetition reinforcing the pattern she would rely on seconds later. Moments later, she walked to the 18th tee, not anxious or flat, just focused. A split fairway drive, a precise 6-iron approach within 2 feet of the pin. Birdie, the win. But more than that, a ritual completed quietly, behind the guise of silence. Back in the locker room, whispers began. Caddies talking softly, players curious. Brooke Henderson joked about staking out Minjee's bay. They had all seen the result, but no one had seen the ritual. Juniors experimented. Rising name Maria Fassi added ghost sessions to her off-course routine. Amateur Georgia Hall said it best. After one session, I felt locked in, like I arrived mentally and physically. It was like I'd tuned into something deeper. Now, TrackMans are lighting up after rounds on women's and men's tours. Mirror bays once still are echoing with the rhythm of repetition. Coaches call it the Michigan method, data-driven practice stripped of distraction. A quiet revolution born from the shadows of Minjee Lee's routine. This shift is fascinating. Instead of traditional range routines chasing ball flight feedback, players now chase consistency tracked in sterile data. It's less glamorous, more surgical. 9 swings, 10 swings, 20 swings. No flight, no sound, no score, just control. 9 out of 10 athletes understand it intellectually. Few apply it. Minjee did. Still, this practice isn't without skeptics. Some coaches argue that feeling the ball's flight is crucial for early detection of flaws. But proponents say early phase motor patterning without external variables lays a sturdier foundation. Once the pattern is locked, refinement with ball flight becomes sharper, more informed. Lee's willingness to go against tradition is part of what sets her apart. She embraces solitude. She tolerates boredom. She repeats the boring to unlock brilliance. It's a disciplined rebellion against performance hype. In her TrackMan silence, she conquers the chaos of the course. In Fields Ranch East's gallery chaos in post-round interviews and in trophy photos, Minjee Lee looked composed, grateful, unstoppable. But the world didn't see half of it. She built that mental and mechanical fortress in the 30 minutes no one was watching. Minjee Lee's triumph in Frisco wasn't just skill, it was invisible discipline. 30 minutes, no ball, alone in a bay with a TrackMan, honing swing after round. It's muscle memory engineering, mental cleansing, confidence sculpting. It's why she's now a 3-time major winner in just 5 starts. A fortress built in silence. The world saw greens, putts, birdies, high fives, and tears. But Lee built her win in the echoing hush of private repetition. Ghost practice isn't gimmick, it's grit. And as more players follow suit, that whisper may just become golf's new anthem. If this stunned you, if you've never heard of ghost practice until now, hit that subscribe button. We've got more of these hidden routines and championship rituals coming. And trust us, the next one might just change how you see greatness.